Hello and good evening. Hello. Good evening. You join me, A2G, and here we are for round 3 of the Tanso Group 3 Manufacturers Championship. This time round on the Nurbergring GP track. Good evening, Stephanie. Good evening, how are you? I hope you're good. So, timed it a bit better this week. Only for a half an hour introduction, really. So, here we have a couple of minutes to spare before qualifying starts. Evening, Carrington. Both watching. Love it. Just quickly going to go on to something else. Right, so just quickly before I get going, we will run down the championship so far. The teams is the important thing in this, really. It's a battle of the manufacturers, really, between the 6 different manufacturers involved. So Mercedes are currently leading the championship with 75 points. McLaren are in second with 51 points, so 24 difference. Nissan in third with 47 points. Jaguar is in fourth with 47 points, so they're joint third. Nissan and Jaguar, and then Honda is in fourth, really, I suppose, or fifth on the board, but in fourth with 37 points, and then in fifth is Mazda with 32 points. So quite interesting. Nissan and Jaguar on joint points, not far behind the McLarens as well, but Mercedes at the moment running away with it. So should be an interesting one again tonight. Let's see if someone can take the win in another car other than the Mercedes. But yeah, McLaren with a bit of work to do, and very close between McLaren, Nissan and Jaguar at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight in regards to that. And quickly flick back onto there we go. Job to good one. All good here. Yep, I am, thank you very much. So yeah, wait for it all to sip of juice until we get going. Nurbergring GP, quite an interesting track. Not the easiest, but not the most difficult. Most people have driven this track a lot. It's just one of them tracks that seems to be on pretty much every racing game that we've all ever played. So it's quite familiar to most of us, but yeah, it's a good day. I always like it. It makes for some good racing. T1, a bit tricky on the opening lap as well. Everyone trying to get the advantage into the first corner here at Nurbergring. Always a little bit tricky because it's it's a hairpin right-hander, and it's tricky downhill braking zone as well. So easy for someone to get it wrong and cause chaos. So we're looking out for that. Hopefully we don't see that, but at the same time it's entertaining if we do, although the guys will be effing and jeffing about it. But yeah, just waiting for the lobby to restart if you just joined and get qualifying underway. Oh, there we go, qualifying about to start. Good evening, Jamie, how's it going? Good. Tanso, evening, sorry I couldn't make it. No worries. It's one of those. Life gets in the way sometimes. Can't make it every single week, even with the best of intentions. Look at Jammins, sorry, not Jamie. Jammins tyre wear. He's been going around for a while. So all the familiar names, other than Iceman Kimi, which I was just on then, but we're just resetting now for qualifying. But yeah, Iceman Kimi joining us this week for the first time. Or is it... my memory's shocking. Did someone tell me that it's someone that's already raced with us but they've changed the name? Or is it someone new? Can't remember. I think someone said it was a replacement for Phil, but Phil's still in it, so I don't really understand that. Phil Babage. So anyway, we'll run through the drivers. We've got Tanso, Phil, Babaj, TRG, Obi-Wan, Iceman, Kimi. Oh, don't change up on me. TRG, Rick to continue. TRG, Cutler. Tanso, if I've not said him already, which I think I have. Britsburger, which won last week. P1 Apache UK. E-Man. I think that's the same E-Man. Looks like he's changed his name a little bit as well. So CRT, E-Man 2005. CRT Carrington 83, Jamin, Phil Babaj, I've already said him, and Josh down at the bottom. I think I've gone through everyone there, even though the order mixed up a little bit, made it hard. So we'll jump in. Carrington and Obi-Wan are pretty close together on track as they get underway on their outlaps. Iceman Kimmy's got out first in the GTR, nice clear run in front of him, no one holding him up. Carrington with a nice gap in front as well. If he gets a little bit closer to Iceman, he might get a bit of a slipstream, but at the moment, just got a nice gap, clear air in front. Same for Rick. But a little bit further behind, we have Obi-Wan and E-Man quite close together. Looks like Obi-Wan just pulling to one side, letting E-Man through. And E-Man following through behind Rick. All coming towards the end of the lap to start their outlaps in a second. And we will well and truly have qualifying underway. Obi-Wan just slowing down, letting a few through, just trying to find his position on track where he's comfortable, or he might just be busy doing something, you never know. Britsburger in 7th. Anyway, the order's not the order yet, no one's put a time in, so I won't read out the order, but everyone making their way out onto track. McLaren looking good, Apache right at the back at the moment. So Iceman's actually the first one onto the first flying lap. Let's see how he does through the first sector. Sounds good, the GTR. Oh, could have done with hugging the apex a little bit longer through there just to be able to take it a little bit further to the left hand side, open up the right hander. But didn't look like he went slowly through there, but it's just those little differences that getting you that little bit of time when you're on the limit. Nice line into there, good braking, nice and late. Good exit, run it out wide. So it looks like Iceman Kimmy is capable of putting a good lap together on the first asking. One of there, maybe hesitated a little bit on exit because of it. Carrington, as we see, taking a bit of a better line on the exit there. Takes it a little bit straighter and carries the speed a little bit easier out of the corner. Fast chicane coming up here. Schumacher S's, unless I got it wrong. I always get these things wrong. I prefer not to say, I embarrass myself. Pretty sure it is the Schumacher S's on this one. So let's see how Iceman's doing, as he's going to be the first one to come over the line. Naturally, being the first one to cross the line to start his flying lap. Going through the last chicane, coming up to the last corner now. Let's see what he can put in as the first time over the line. See what kind of time we're looking at for everyone else. So 156.482. I didn't watch much of practice, so I'm not familiar with what kind of times we're going on. So a little bit slow, but in the 156, there's a 156.819 from Carrington, not bad at all in second place. Cutler at 157, so not quite made it into the 56, as Britsburger pips him into third place with 156.862. Just the first lap from these guys, and they'll be diving in the pits to get some fresh tyres and go again at some point, but this is important at the same time. They could have an issue later on where they don't get to improve on these lap times, so these first laps are always interesting. Obi-Wan with a slower time there. I'm not sure what's going on with him tonight. Seems a bit off the pace. Rick as well, a little off the pace. We see him on the grass. Oh, E-Man going on the grass as well. E-Man with a bit of a slow time so far as well, so he'll have to try and rectify that in the next lap. There is damage on as well, so E-Man's just picked up damage by ramming it into the wall in reverse as well. We'll skip away from that, but yeah, a bit of damage going on for a few of these guys now. A couple of them needing pit stops, even though they don't need to come in for the tyres, which is a bit unfortunate. Jamming with a little bit of damage as well. So these guys aren't looking to be getting the fastest laps in. Let's see what everyone else is doing ahead. Rick with damage as well. We saw him off track a moment ago. See if he comes into the pits. Oh, he's nowhere near. He's halfway around the lap. Babaj in 7th at the moment with 159.940. So the guys towards the top are well and truly in a different league so far compared to the second half of the field. Over 3 seconds quicker pretty much. Tanso in 5th, done a good job. We're 159.4, close between 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, all in the 159s. And then we've got a big jump up to the 157s with Cutler, and then the 56s of Iceman, Carrington and Britsberger. So quite a big difference already in the performance in qualifying. We'll see if that works itself out as people get into the rhythm a little bit more, let's say. Carrington on an outlap, just got fresh tyres on. Iceman will be coming in this time maybe. He's not far off improved on his 3rd lap, but not quite. But pretty consistent, not far off at all, 1/10 between it, not even a 10th actually. Oh, sorry, the chat stopped working and I'm terrible at looking at the chat. I need to look at it a bit more often. Yeah, it's been a while, Jamie. I'm glad you're still joining me from time to time. Thank you very much. I know I don't do much racing these days. Not anymore anyway. Not as much as, well, certainly nowhere near as much as I used to do. I used to have something on nearly every night. Some league race or another. Semi-retired. I'll be back one day though. So Iceman is suspected not finishing this lap, diving into the pits. Let's see, Carrington's on the outlap. Let's see who else is looking to finish a fast lap here. Cutler, is he going to go in the pits or finish this one out? Coming through the last chicane. Let's see what he can do, see if he can improve this time round. Nope, he's dived in the pits as well, so see what Obi-Wan can do in that case. And Danzo's on an outlap, so it's down to Obi-Wan, see if he improves this time round. Coming around the last corner now. Tricky old corner. You always want to get on the power a little bit earlier than you can do. Oh, not bad at all, so I'm glad I watched it. It's a 156.349 and just taking pole position off Iceman Kimmy. So good work there from TRG Obi-Wan. Took him a few laps to get going, as you can see from the right hand side, and his lap times are a little bit sporadic, but in the end he's got the lap in to deliver pole position at the moment. So good work. Iceman Kimmy now in 2nd, looking to find a little bit more time as he is on his outlap. Carrington now on a flyer. Let's go on board with Carrington. See how he goes through these next couple of corners, and then we'll jump down and see how and try and cover people as best as possible at the same time. Oh, a little bit of understeer, had to lift, and not too bad really. Crucial to get the braking right into here. Oh, went for an early apex, trucks him out wide because of that. Not bad, hooks up the 2nd apex well, back on the power nice and steadily. Let's look at Britsberger, see what he's up to. So Britsberger, winner of last week's race, round 2, is currently in 4th position, so let's see if he does qualify in 4th. Let's see what he can do in the race. We know he's got the pace from last week's race anyway. If last week is anything to go by. Oh, purple sector from here from Apache. This could be a promising end. He needs to keep this going. He's about halfway around the lap. Well, getting towards the halfway point. But purple so far, that's good. Let's see what this next sector time gives him. Oh, he's onto a personal best by 6/10, but he's lost his fastest of all, purple. But good lap being put in here by Apache. Cutler in 6th currently, again on another outlap. Rick in 7th, 157.2 from Rick so far, so not quite managing to get into the 56s, but still a good pace there shown. Just not quite getting the NSX working. It's a hard car to drive, is that NSX. I've driven it a few times and always regret driving it. It's a tricky old beast. Tanso, E-Man in 8th. Danzo in 9th at the moment. We've only got roughly 3.5 minutes left of qualifying, so not long left. See how these guys do in the last couple of laps. Phil Babbage in 10th. Jamming in 11th currently, and Josh in 12th. Josh yet to set a lap by the look of it, so leaving it late, but he's got out there eventually. What's happening there with E-Man? It looked like E-Man were going slowly, as though he was just getting back on track. No harm done though. He's not on an outlap, so might have been a bit of an incident. Might have just read that wrong, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's going quite well for the guys tonight. A couple of little issues, a little further back by the look of it, but most of them seem to be going quite well so far. Hopefully they manage to keep it together for the 40-minute race. So Britsberger in the pits now, getting some fresh rubber. Carrington in 5th now, Apache in 4th, so the order's changed a little bit towards the top again. Obi-Wan in 3rd, Britsberger in 2nd, and Iceman has regained pole position now in 1st. We're 55.928, so that's a quick time. Brought it down into the 55s now. In comparison, Britsberger in 2nd has a 156.2, so he's about 3/10 off. Well, he's 3/10 off if we look at the top left. So yeah, all to do in this last couple of this last lap for most people. Some people might get another one in, we'll see. Teammates these two, so I wonder if they're going to help each other out. Give each other the slipstream if they can. Might be a bit late to be doing that though. I'm sure they might have been doing it, I might not have noticed all the way through. Apache sat in the pits, currently in 4th. Will he get out to get another lap in? I'm not sure. Iceman in the pits late on. I might have got this wrong, I thought it was a 15-minute qualifying session, but the guys seem to be still pitting, so I'm guessing there's 20 minutes, possibly. I'm sure it was 15 minutes last week, unless I'm getting confused with something else I've been doing. The Iceman Kimmy, the man in pole, and untouchable with that time at the moment in the 55s. Let's see what everyone else can do. Britsberger on his outlap with fresh tyres on. See if he can improve this time round when he gets to flying lapping. Apache just sat there, looks like he's just waiting for a race start now. Carrington in 5th, ghosting out, trying to get out of the way by the look of it. So has he got a penalty to get rid of? Just ghosting out and allowing Obi-Wan to come through. Oh, sorry, Obi-Wan's taking pole now. We're 155.755, nice. So Obi-Wan has now outdone Iceman Kimmy and demoted him into 2nd and taking the bragging rights in this one. This is a good qualifying session between these guys. They're pushing each other to the limit. Those times have come down and down and down all the way through this session. I know the fuel's coming off as well, but they've done well to actually push each other and get those times down, because they've improved quite a lot on what they were doing at the beginning, these guys. Impressive through qualifying, good stuff as well. Not just dawdling round and hoping for the best, actually really pushing and going for those lap times. Britsberger will be doing the same on this lap. This is his last opportunity now, really, where he's got the freshest of tyres. Oh, goes wide as well. Unfortunate. Is he backed out of the lap? Looks like he might have done. Oh, it was slow through there to me. Yeah, he's backed out of it because of that. So Britsberger feels like he's lost it because of that one. Just going deep into that corner, getting the braking wrong, and a little bit of understeer, not being able to take it at all. Going off. So Iceman Kimi gets over the line to start another lap. And he'll be looking to go that little bit quicker again, obviously. Let's see how he goes. Let's go on board with him. Nice and steady through here. Yeah, penalty through there. Oh, he's a little bit down on his time. Nice and steady, be patient. It's good stuff. Feels like an eternity sometimes at Apex. Waiting and waiting as you go around it with a little bit of understeer. Oh, low correction for oversteer on the exit. What's happened? Nurbergring isn't actually in first place. I hope that'll rectify itself, but we're about to start, so rather oddly, it was a 17-minute qualifying session, so who knows if it was meant to be 15 or 20, because they've pretty much gone in between. I'm guessing it was 15 and they didn't realise. So we have Iceman Kimi, Britsberger, Apache, Carrington, Cutler, Rick, Josh and E-Man in our top 8. And we will catch up with the other guys a little further back as we get into this race. So, here we go, waiting for the lights. 4 lights on, waiting for them to go out. And away we go. Oh, Iceman Kimi didn't even move then. Britsberger getting a bit of a squirmy start as well. Carrington going down the outside, takes pole position. Off the actual pole sitter straight away down the inside and holds it nicely. Britsberger on the outside. Oh, takes a little bit too much power. Pushing on the exit though. And Carrington goes round, so drops back there. That's unfortunate. We're really promising start as well. Britsberger now in first. Cutler in second. Apache in third. Iceman Kimi in fourth. It's all getting a bit heated. A little bit further back by the look of it. Josh in fifth. Josh has done well, gone up 2 places already. Rick in 7th, where's 6th for? Obi-Wan in 5th now, just got past Josh. Holds the position as well, against the McLaren behind. And the guys that are away now, they seem to have sorted themselves out through the first couple of corners. Got themselves into a bit of a single file. Oh, bit of another attempt here. Obi-Wan on the inside of Josh. It looked like Josh tried to go around the outside there, I think. Apache ahead as well on Iceman Kimi. Trying it through the centre S's, is it? The Schumacher S's. If you know what S is, what chicane that's called, let me know in the chat. I always forget. Good start here. Iceman Kimi in third, Cutler in second. Let's catch up with Carrington, see where he ended up. Big mistake through the first corner. Looked like he did it on his own as well. Didn't look like there was any contact involved in that incident. See if anyone goes for the move down into the chicane at the end. Nice move in the NSX there from Rick. Goes a little bit deep over the chicane but gets the job done. Up into 6th, good move. Josh losing out a little bit there. Phil Babbage in 8th. E-Man getting going again by the look of it in 9th. Jamin in 10th. Got off track there in the Mazda. Carrington, joining Carrington and he's getting going again, so he's had another spin. Carrington not gelling with the beginning of this race, and he's had a real mare. Let's get the damage and everything up. There we go. So let's have a look at Carrington. Has he got damage? Yeah, he's got engine damage. So Jamin's got engine damage as well. So has Tanso. So a lot of people losing out early on in this race already. E-Man on the other hand is the last guy without damage basically. So coming through in the Mazda, Phil Babar's right on the back of Josh in front of him. Josh dropping back a little bit so far, dropped off the back of Rick in front, now he's got past. Rick driving that NSX well. It was a good overtake he did there on Josh as well. Apache in 5th, Obi-Wan in 4th. So Obi-Wan has a habit of doing this week on week. You don't always have the best start or the best qualifying or whatever happens. It always seems to be roughly about mid-table, and then he has a really good race to actually come through it. Normally has a really good call on strategy as well with the tyres, and gets that right and has a bit of an advantage in that regard as well, or plays it slightly differently to the others. Doesn't always work out as an advantage as we've seen from previous weeks go by, but certainly makes it interesting because he's on an alternative strategy to some of the other guys. Cutler in 3rd, chasing Iceman Kimi in the nearly said anyway, yeah, in the GTR. And Britsberger's now pulled quite a nice lead, nearly up to 2 seconds, 1.6 second lead over Iceman Kimi in 2nd. The straight isn't the longest of straights as well, so the slipstream not that effective to be able to catch the guy in front. So Britsberger's done a good job of breaking that slipstream early, and now he's able to get away basically. He just needs to keep it nice and calm. Iceman Kimi will be pushing hard obviously to try and catch him. Still early on in this race, 5 minutes hasn't even gone yet, so plenty of time left. Cutler in 3rd, having a good race so far, but Obi-Wan looks like he's getting closer and closer behind. It looks like he might be challenging for that final podium position in a second. Obi-Wan with a purple lap as well, although the second lap they'll all be purple, I always make that mistake. 5th is Apache, chasing those guys but dropping off a little bit, and then Rick finding himself with no one to chase in front, big gap in front, but Phil in 7th chasing him down. Just flicked through, Carrington's got going again, got his damage sorted out, as well as Danzo and Jamming at the back, so they're all free to try and get themselves back into this race now. Got the damage fixed from lap 1, and they can just try and get over that, get their heads down and make the most of it and see what comes of it in the end. Josh in 8th, going a little bit too fast through there, catching the gravel a little bit, got away with it. Ooh, going a bit deep into there as well, making a few mistakes here, Josh. Excuse me, a bit dry tonight. Josh just burning off a penalty there as well, so dropping back even further off the back of Phil. Phil doing a good job of catching Rick. Meanwhile, Apache's got onto the back of Obi-Wan, which is still chasing down Cutler for 3rd position. So it's a 5-car battle for the lead at the moment. There's not much in it. Britsberger, I suppose, has run off a little bit, but he's not that far away, as you can see in front. So Cutler defending, and this is bringing Apache into the mix a little bit as well. So Obi-Wan having to defend, is trying to go for a move and kind of defend at the same time. It's an awkward position to be in when you're trying to actually overtake a guy in front. You feel like you're faster than them, but you've got someone trying to go at you at the same time. Really hard to get the racing right when you're doing that and not lose out. Side by side for a second there, but they sort themselves out as they go through the tight right-hander. Down the hill now into the heavy braking zone for the sweeping right-hander. Easy to outbrake yourself into here. Oh, looked like Obi-Wan nearly went into the back of Cutler in front there. As we see Apache going side by side on the exit. Looks like the Mercedes has just got the run up into the chicane. Oh, a little bit of contact there, tap on the gravel, but nothing major, they sorted it out. But Obi-Wan nearly loses in there, nothing harmful in the end. It could have all gone wrong. Apache doing a good job though, putting the pressure on. And there we see Obi-Wan pulling over, losing his penalty. Apache has got a penalty now as well, so he might be doing the same on the next straight, we'll see. But that's sorted itself out, and Cutler's got a bit of a gap now. he can relax a little bit and try and chase down Iceman Kimmy. Meanwhile, Iceman Kimmy right on the back of Britsberger, so he did have a bit of a lead in Britsberger at the beginning of this. Had a 1.6 second lead last time of checking in. On lap 5 now, oh, there's just starting lap 5, just finished lap 4, and Britsberger's lead is now down to 0.2 of a second, with Iceman Kimmy all over the back of him heading into T1. Looked like he was tempted to have a go, but he was just too far back to do it, otherwise he'd have definitely shown a proper intention for a move there. A bit of a shame these guys have dropped off each other a little bit. Hopefully the gap will close up between them again and it'll get us close again, because that was giving us some good action. Phil doing well in 6th. Seems to go roughly in 6th position most weeks, does Phil, and does a good job of just holding it off, doing a good job of keeping the laps coming in, and just has a steady race, gets the results. Maybe not pushing and battling as hard as some of the other guys, but just a nice steady pace gets him going quite well. Seems to be on his own a lot of the time, not getting caught from the guys behind, which is the main thing. Rick in 7th, Josh in 8th. Josh pushing through there. Oh, he's got a good exit as well. Side by side now. NSX versus McLaren. Oh, and does the job nicely. So just manages to get ahead before the corner and takes the racing line through there. There's Josh. Oh, what's that in the background? Someone's just gone off. Who's that? Oh, Rick's just gone flying off. Let's have a quick look. See if we can replay that. So Rick side by side there. Let's have a look. What happened here then? Patchy managed to get through there alright. Oh, so it was someone else coming back on the track and just collected Rick. So it was someone else further up. Who else is there? That was who else was it? Anyway, off the replay. That was unfortunate. I can't get off it. How do I get off it? I've forgotten. That's it. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Jesus Christ, let's have a look who's got the damage. So definitely Rick. It really got caught out badly by that one, and Phil there as well. Look, Phil's got massive damage, so definitely involved in that one as well, I dare say, and jamming as well. Just waiting for the guys to go through. Sat on the grass with a bit of damage himself as well in 12th. So unfortunate to see a lot of damage early on in this race for quite a lot of the guys. It's ruining a lot of races here. Carrington managing to get back into it though, because of the disadvantage of the guys that have just picked up the damage. It's an advantage always to someone else in racing, and in this case it's Carrington. Manages to get him back into 8th position after a really bad start and picking up damage on the first lap himself, and going wrong a few times. Carrington in 7th, battling Carrington in 8th. We're watching E-Man in 7th, battling hard with Josh in front. Good racing going on throughout the field here. Good stuff. Guys are doing well. A few little incidents, which is good. Entertaining from my point of view. Obviously a bit gutting for the drivers, but does make for some good viewing. So Obi-Wan not going quite as well at this point in the race. Got quite bad tyre wear coming into the pits this lap round. Sorting out those tyres. Finds himself in 5th. And Apache is now free to go for another lap. His tyres with the McLaren are a lot better than they were on the Mercedes of Obi-Wan there. So the tyres going well for Apache so far. See what's going on further ahead, because it's all getting close to the top. Cutler, Iceman and Britsberger all bunching up again. Top 3 are within a second of each other by the look of it. Yep. Just less than a second splits the top 3 now. So let's see what kind of pressure Cutler can put on, because once the pressure's on the back of Iceman, he's got to make a move really. Either that or take a move from Cutler at some point. So look, Iceman's well and truly received the message from Cutler and he's pushing now, trying to get the move done on Britsberger and force the issue. This could be interesting. When you're driving as a two, when two cars are just driving around following each other, or one's following the other, should I say, but you can get away with it. You can do whatever the hell you like. You can go slowly if you like, so long as you're keeping up with the guy in front. But when there's three people, it brings a whole new dynamic to it. So Iceman Kimmy's got that pressure to try and overtake now. Can't just sit there behind. Cutler's looking quick in this NSX tonight. Looks like he's got it hooked up. Needs to keep it clean, pushing hard, so needs to make sure he's still hitting those braking points. Don't get it wrong. So easy to make a mistake when you're pushing hard and trying to put the pressure on. Good work there from Britsberger. Gets a good gap out of the last corner. Comes into the pits. So from first, let's see where he comes out in a minute. Iceman goes through in Herrett's first place with Cutler behind him in second, Apache in third at the moment. Apache with a little bit of a penalty to lose. Obi-Wan in fourth. He went for the pit stop last time round, so he's on the fresh tyres and free to go. Britsberger coming out of the pits in fifth. Obi-Wan just going past him there in fourth, not far ahead. E-Man in sixth now. Oh, he's coming into the pit, so that might change. Carrington in seventh. Oh, Carrington just collecting the back of is that E-Man in front there? Yep, just collected the back of the car in front. I'm not sure it is E-Man. I think it's the other Mazda. So Carrington's picked up a little bit of damage from that. He needs to come into the pits sometime soon, though. His tyres aren't brilliant, so they'll be looking to stop soon-ish, I would have thought. So he can repair that damage whilst he's in there. Still, it's extra time in the pits. It's never good. So it was who was it? I've forgotten. I always forget his teammate. It was Jamming, I think, that was going slowly and caught Carrington out there. Caused a little bit of damage. Danzo in 11th in the pits. Comes out in 11th as well in the Jaguar. Phil in 10th after a bit of an unfortunate bit of damage early on in this race. Whoa, gets a bit loose through the curve there, the exit curve, rear end all over the place. Good little catch there. Got Josh in 8th. Oh, Josh losing the rear end going into there, handling it well though. I've seen him do that twice now. There's a bit of an odd one here. We've got Josh coming through and there's a back marker and then there's actually racing for position, I think. Yeah, so just got past E-Man for position, but then there's the back marker, his teammate in front, so it's like I'd be confused by that. Anyway, I'm sure he knows what's going on. Right, what else have we got going on? Let's check in on the leaders because they work close together. Looks like a bit of a gap again. Obi-Wan, after the pit stops have worked themselves out, Obi-Wan has now got himself into first place with a 2.3 second lead. So doing a great job. Always seems to lead the race at some point. There's Obi-Wan with a bit of a different strategy to everyone else. Might not work out in the end, but we'll see. So 2 Mercedes, 1 and 2 in this race at the moment. Like the F1. Iceman Kimmy in the GTR in third. So the action's split up a little bit now. Let's see where the closest gap is between the guys. 3 seconds between E-Man and Josh. We've got Rick and E-Man close together though. Battling away for 8th. On board now with Rick. Ooh. That's how you save your rear tyres. Drifting it into there. Oh, hit the limiter a little bit. Never good. Few little issues, losing that little bit of time here and there. Ooh. Looked like he got caught out a little bit on the brakes there. So he had to go for the dive just to avoid going into the back of of the Mazda. Ended up being a bit of an unexpected one, I dare say, for both of them probably. E-Man dealt with it though, worked it out nicely. Oh, that's Josh in front, having a spin and dropping back. Oh, we'll stick with this battle though. Rick having a little bit of a moment on the exit there as well, so that just releases E-Man with a gap. So good stuff and a bit of action going on there. Josh unfortunately not getting it going yet either, still trying in 9th. Really lose the position to Phil. No, called him Bill then. Will Phil manage to get in before the end of the straight? Not sure he will. Roughly about the 100 mark he start braking. Yeah, not managed to get it done. Oh, but then we see Josh going wide again. Oh, and he's gone off again through the last chicane. Phil coming into the pits, it might be a bit of a saviour for Josh. Oh, no. Never like to see it, but that's all gone wrong. Josh was having a good race there as well, having some good overtakes. Kept sliding it into one of the corners, giving us some good action. Unfortunately, it's all kind of gone wrong for him now. Oh, dear me. Some bad ones tonight. That's what the Nurbergring does. Punishes you when you get it wrong. It really does. Even though it doesn't look like the most punishing of tracks, it is time loss wise anyway, if nothing else. Oh, everyone's losing it a little bit now. E-Man using the grass to get the rear end out. Not sure if that was intentional. We've got Carrington in front. What's Carrington doing? Oh, he's 18 seconds off the patch here. He's got just driving around on his own at the moment. E-Man's having a real mare at the moment. Finds himself on the grass again, and that just allows Phil to drive through now. Oh, who was that driving through? In fact, someone else. That Rick, sorry, just driving through. So having another quick little skip to the top. Cutler in 4th. So is Obi-Wan going to make the... Oh, going a little bit wide as we join him. Is Obi-Wan going to make the strategy work and keep it in 1st place? Let's see. Can't say he's not pushing by the look of it. Jesus. Using all of the road. Just keeping an eye on that gap between 1st and 2nd now. With Obi-Wan in 1st, making a few mistakes. His tyre wear's a little bit worse than Britsberger's as well. I expect Britsberger to claw in a little bit of time on him. Same with Iceman. He's probably going to be catching the guys in front slowly but surely. If he's aware of what's going on, he should be doing anyway. It's been pretty good stuff tonight. It's died off a little bit apart from E-Man. Oh, look at this. E-Man, Rick and Carrington all involved together. That looked like a bit of an argy-bargy moment there from Rick, to be honest, on the back of E-Man. Looked a bit uncalled for that, in my opinion. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, a little bit. But E-Man went for the defence, but Rick felt like it was his to go down the inside. He might have already been down the inside. I might not have caught that. Let's have another look. Can we go back again? See if we can go back again. Yeah, just both too keen to go to the inside, and it just ended up resulting in Carrington just giving the positions and just drives through into 6th. So nice job for Carrington there. Worked out nicely. Unfortunate for those two. A bit unnecessary that in a way, but they were battling hard, and that's what happens sometimes, that's racing. So Carrington's done a good job of having a comeback race here. If we look at his tyres and fuel as well, he's set for a good lengthy session now. So he won't be coming into the pits anytime soon. Whereas the guys in front might have to pit a little bit sooner than him, so he might make up a few more positions potentially. We'll see what happens. More than halfway through this race now, just over the halfway point. So it always gets interesting in the last 10 minutes really, when the strategy works itself out and we see who's really got the pace at the end. Obi-Wan braving it out for another lap, just come past the pits, coming around the last corner, choosing to go again. Got pretty bad tyre wear though. Pulled a nice gap over Britsberger now though. Britsberger's getting caught by Iceman Kimi in third. Cutler with a big gap in front now. Patchy diving in the pits. Carrington in 6th. Carrington will make up this position if he can get round. No, he's nowhere near the pits at the moment. He won't make that. Oh, E-Man. What's happened to E-Man now? He's all over the place all of a sudden. Just dropping into 9th as Phil goes past him. And Tanso gets past as well. So E-Man dropping into 10th. Tanso into 9th. Phil into 8th now. It's all going wrong for E-Man now. He's got engine damage as well, so that allows jamming to go through, even though he's unlapping himself, I think. Rick in the pits. A little bit of damage to repair. But big gaps between these guys now. Our closest little battle is these two, Iceman and Britsberger at the moment. We'll keep an eye on this. Tricky old chicane is this last one. So easy to take too much curb and unsettle the car. Cones everywhere. Nicely through the last corner there from Iceman. So Obi-Wan's dived in the pits this time round, releasing Britsberger into 1st, Iceman in 2nd, Cutler into 3rd. Will Obi-Wan come out? Nope. So Cutler will take 3rd position by the look of it. Let's see what happens between these two. The fight for 1st is on. We've got GTR versus Mercedes. This could be good points for Nissan if they manage to get a little bit further ahead. If not, good points anyway in 2nd. Definitely looking at another pit stop. His Iceman though is nowhere going to get to the end with those tyres or with that fuel. See what Britsberger's saying. Britsberger needs to pit this lap for fuel. So again, he'll mix it up again behind. Towards the end we'll have some kind of knowledge of actual true position in this race. Always gets a little bit mixed up with strategy. It's hard to keep track of who's actually really leading. At the moment it's Britsberger, but after the pit stops will he still be in the lead? I doubt it. If I took note of the pit stop time, which I should do, I should be able to work it out quite easily because I've got all the gaps there, but I never pay any attention to anything like that. I should be a bit more professional and do that kind of thing, but there you go. What can I say? Ooh, going a little bit deep over the last bit of the chicane. Both diving in the pits this time. So let's see what that does for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan on fresh tyres again. Just gone through the pits. And just coming to finish his out lap now. So Obi-Wan will inherit first place here again. He's got a good chance of winning this race if he keeps it going at this rate. He's on the soft tyre, half a tank of fuel, and there's 12 minutes to go as he comes over the line. So they're not far behind though, so Iceman Kimi coming out in second place, maybe just taking a little bit less fuel than Britsberger, because he has jumped Britsberger in the pits. Oh, going a little bit wide there as well, Britsberger, just trying to get the tyres to bite when they're cold. So Iceman's the first guy that's going to have some kind of challenge to first. If he manages to reel in the 3.7 second gap he's got in front of him. This is a good little challenge for him. Like I say, it'll be good points for the Nissan if they, even if they manage just to stick it in second. Britsberger's done well and led quite a few laps of this race, so he'll be looking to get back up there. They're all on pretty similar strategy now. Obi-Wan's got tyres that are going to be one lap older than these guys basically. But that's it, that's the only difference now. So it's all kind of come the same on strategy. It's all going to be down to the last little stint and see what happens. Colour in fourth, 17 seconds off the leader, so not untouchable. If something happens ahead, he might manage to see the guys again. For the moment, just driving around on his own. Apache behind him in 5th. Carrington in 6th. Carrington again, worth mentioning, had a bit of an incident through the first corner. Looked like on his own he had a really good start, and then lost it trying to get the power down a little bit too quickly by the look of it. Lost the rear end, spun it, and he's had a bit of a comeback race from there. So done a good job to get into 6th. Rick in 7th. Pretty sure Rick had damage at some point as well, so done well to get back into 7th. Phil definitely did at some point. Oh, Phil's tyres are really worn. Front left one is anyway. Oh, struggling to keep it on track, are that bad. Tanso in 9th, inherited that as E-Man had a little bit of an incident and let some guys through that were behind. E-Man getting a little bit squiffy again there on the exit. And jamming finally in 11th. Sponsored by, oh I can't remember what it is, Trophy, is it Trophy Monster? Motorsport, Wall Art as well. I can't remember what the actual companies are called. I should have a look before I do all this, but like I say, I'm terrible. Need to up my game. So let's jump ahead again. Let's see what's going on at the front. Same kind of gap between Obi-Wan and Iceman at the moment. Britsberger not really bringing the gap down on Iceman in second either. So a bit of a stalemate at the moment. They're all keeping the gaps quite nicely. Apache chasing down Cutler. Quite a gap to chase down though, 4 seconds in between. I keep skipping through, but there's not a lot going on now. Jamming coming in the pits. A long way off the pace, so nearly 4 minutes down on the leader. So I guess as our leader just comes over the line, we'll stick with him for a lap. Gap to second is 3 seconds. So pretty comfortable so long as keeps it nice and steady and a reasonable pace. Seems to be doing very nicely indeed. Good couple of corners, nice and clean. Good through there as well. Keeping it nice and steady. Not pushing too hard, but not... Still pushing on the brakes, but they're not pushing too hard through the actual middle of the corner, just waiting for the grip and then getting back on the power. Last chicane, heavy on the brakes, try and hook up that first apex, get a good line through for the second one. That's how you want to do it, good exit. A short little straight before last corner. Nice lap there from Obi-Wan, good example. Ends up being a 56.4 as well, so not a bad time at all for race pace. Worth mentioning actually, Cutler with the fastest lap at the moment, a 155.470, so very fast. Good job there from Cutler in the NSX. Goes to show it does have the pace. Not sure if that was set during a point where he had slipstream or not, but definitely a quick car around here. Set that kind of time. Oh, using all of the road there from Obi-Wan. A little bit too much, I dare say. That might be a penalty, that. No. Nope, no penalty. I didn't realise he could go quite that wide and get away with it. Anyway, we'll, in the interest of fairness, we'll jump between the other guys. So the gap between Obi-Wan and Iceman Kimmy behind is actually halved. So it was at 3 seconds, it's now down to 1.5. So the gap closing up. And the heat is on, getting towards 5 minutes left. Will anyone need to pit? Everyone's roughly the same with the tyres. Cutler's actually got some really fresh front tyres compared to everyone else. In 4th position, but he's just too far back. He's gained a second on the leaders, but it's not enough at the moment. Doing a good job in 4th though, nonetheless. In 5th, Apache. In the McLaren. Carrington in 6th, Rick in 7th, Tanso in 8th now, so Tanso slowly climbing the order, Phil in 9th, E-Man in 10th and Jamin in 11th, so yeah, Phil and Tanso have exchanged places. Meanwhile, Iceman Kimmy is on the charge to catch Obi-Wan here. Trying to close any little bit of time up he can do. Getting a good exit, you can see that Obi-Wan's maybe struggling with his tyres or pushing too hard, one or the other. By the attitude of the car in front, again, Obi-Wan showing him that he's missing his apexes, so gives Iceman Kimmy a little bit of hope as he catches a little bit more time up there. He's getting closer and closer, corner after corner. This is good. Can the Nissan GTR win it this week? This will be interesting. Iceman Kimmy joining us for the first time this week as well. So showing that he's got the pace. And certainly showing us that towards the end of this one. Catching Obi-Wan as quickly as he has done. Blue flag's been waved for back markers in front as well. That might make a difference depending on where they catch the back marker. There's 2 of them by the look of it. There is. So they might catch these back markers at a bad point here. They might do as well. It's towards the last couple of corners maybe. Or into the first corner if they get through. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, looking for the inside, but Obi-Wan went defensive. Oh, cut the chicane because he went deep on the brakes, and that just allows Iceman through. So good move there for Iceman. Put the pressure on, but it didn't work out so nicely there for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan just going a little bit deep into there, having to cut the chicane to get it back. because he had a penalty as well, he ended up ghosting, which just allowed Iceman Kimmy to drive through. So in the end, it was quite easy for the Iceman. Just unfortunate timing, that little deep braking, feeling the pressure from behind, knowing that he was catching up, having to go defensive into the corner, so taking a slightly different line, and just went that little bit deep on the brakes. Don't think there was any contact. I didn't see any contact between the two, so I think it was all just done on the brakes. There was someone just diving out of the way, but they've ended up hindering their own progress there. It was the Jaguar by the look of it, Jaguar of Tanso. Back down into 9th, unfortunately. He was in 8th a minute ago. Phil regaining 8th. Anyway, let's keep an eye on this. So Iceman pulling a little bit of a gap as well. Doing a great job in the GTR. Showing the Mercedes that they can't have it their own way every week. Still in 2nd and 3rd, like, but just a quick little skip through. Apache not far behind Cutler, not a big gap between those two now, only 2 seconds. Apache with a chance of catching Cutler at the end for 4th position. We'll keep an eye on that. But we really are getting towards the end now, so we'll be on the last lap if we're anywhere near towards the beginning of another lap, if that makes sense. These guys will be coming over the line and they'll be starting the last lap. So Obi-Wan dropping off the back of Iceman. Iceman just having the last minute pace here and being able to get the job done. Obi-Wan just suffering a little bit with tyres now, and he ain't got much fuel left either, so he might have to watch out and he don't burn too much fuel through this lap and end up running out. Iceman Kimmy looks like he's got this one secured now. Keeps building the gap corner after corner. It's up to 1.5 seconds now. And just needs to keep his head, keep it tidy. So there we go, final lap's just appeared. Time's run out, 40 minutes has gone by. On lap 21 it ended up being. So Cutler now having to defend from Apache. Apache's got this gap down to half a second. Was it 2 seconds a minute ago? So Carrington's actually finished, come over the line. It works strangely because he was further back in on the track. So Carrington actually finishes in 6th. What's Apache going to manage to do here? Going to get 4th place off Cutler. Not long left to do it. Iceman Kimmy's still holding a nice little lead over Obi-Wan in 2nd, Britsberger in 3rd, Cutler in 4th. But pressure on the back of Cutler from Apache. Oh, Apache with a good run as well, side by side. Ooh, not quite going for the inside. Ooh, not quite. Carrington finishing in 6th now. 7th is Rick. Phil is going to bring it home in 8th. Tanso in 9th. E-Man in 10th. Jamin is 11th. That's the back of the field. Iceman brings it home in 1st, so good win there from Iceman. Obi-Wan in 2nd. Can't quite hold that 1st all the way to the end, but good race anyway. Britsberger in 3rd to round out our podium. Cutler in 4th. And can Cutler hold Apache off? Looks like it through the last corner now. So Cutler brings it home in 4th. And there we have Apache right behind him in 5th. Good race from Apache and good little push at the end to try and put the pressure on, but didn't quite get the job done. He can still be proud of himself for trying. And there we go, Carrington in 6th, Rick in 7th, and so on and so on. So yeah, that was quite good. I enjoyed that one. Hopefully you guys did too. Let's just finish out the results. So Carrington was in 6th, Rick in 7th, Phil in 8th in the end, Tanso in 9th, E-Man in 10th, and Jamin in 11th. So that's it that pretty much concludes tonight's racing. Some good racing in there though, just a little summary, some really good racing and good little finish there from Iceman Kimmy, pushing at the end to get the win over Obi-Wan. Could have sat behind and not tried as hard and just taken a second place, but no, wanted that win and did well. Bit of a mistake and just kind of handed it to Iceman in the end, but it's one of those, it happens. It wasn't the end of the world. He managed to keep it going and still took second place. It could have been worse, but yeah, good racing and some good results. Cutler with a fourth, Cutler with good consistent results all season so far. Yeah, a good showing from most. Tanso had a bit of an up and down race, ended up finishing in 8th, I think. So yeah, where was it actually? Let's have a look. Was it 8th or 9th? 9th. It was battling between 8th and 9th for a little bit with Phil. Rick as well in the midfield. Carrington had a good comeback race. Apache with a good finish and a good push on Cutler at the end, but not quite getting it done. But yeah, it was good racing all in all. E-Man with a lot of mistakes that we caught, unfortunately. Jamming just not quite on the pace tonight, miles off to be honest. Finds himself 3 laps down in the end, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Hopefully that gives you some kind of summary. I'm going to leave you for the night and yeah, go relax my voice for a little bit. It's hard work doing this sometimes. Anyway, take care. Thank you for watching. See you again soon. If you've enjoyed this, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already and you want to stick with me. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.